Let's talk about the roster. What question marks do you still have about this roster as we sit a week away from the beginning of rookie minicamp out in Berea next Friday?
Running back. They need another running back. There's been some murmurs around Justin Jackson's agent. I think he would be a good fit. He was an effective guy for the Chargers, right, out of the backfield, and can run the ball between the tackles. So, I mean, there's a list of about 15 veteran running backs out there. You know, for me, I wish they would have drafted a guy. A Dwayne McBride was on the board late, somebody like that, right? That this was a good draft with a lot of running back value, and they didn't. And they bring in Hassan Hall in the UDFA class, who really doesn't solve much for you if you're looking for your third running back, right? So I don't think they're going back to Kareem Hunt. I think that's over with. So I think you look for what else. You can find a cheap veteran to bring into camp and be your emergency guy or whatever you want to do if you want to give Ford the opportunities, which I think they should do as the second guy. But I look for a guy like Justin Jackson or somebody like that that's maybe still in their 20s and has some legs under him. A lot of those guys on that list of free agents available are over the age of 30 at this point, Dave.
Yeah, and Jackson is a guy that, was blocked by Austin Eckler early in his career, so doesn't have a lot of carries, doesn't have a lot of work. But when Eckler went down, he was pretty effective. Do you think the need for another linebacker exists as well?
I don't think they will, because I think they're in on Diabate, the UDFA they brought in. He's an impressive get as a UDFA. They gave him some guaranteed money. I think he's probably, the guy that they wanted to add to that room, probably. I think that's probably the last addition to that room. I am all for adding as many veteran guys as you can to create competition. So if they go add another guy for competition, I'm all for it. I just get the feeling that Diabate is maybe the last piece of competition they're going to throw in there and expect him maybe to make the 53. Probably best chance of all the UDFAs maybe. I think that he makes a lot of sense. The other position I still have questions about, I don't know if they'll do it or not. It's hard to balance, like, you've got your Isaiah McGuire and you've got your Alex Wright, and you want to give them opportunities, but you also want to win now, and you're going to need to offset missing snaps from Okoronkwo, right? And there's a ton of really good veteran edges that can be had for cheap still on the board. Carlos Dunlap, Frank Clark, Melvin Ingram, right? Like Leonard Floyd, Robert Quinn, Justin Houston. All of these guys could be had, and they would push appropriately kind of the rookies down the depth chart a little bit. You can still get McGuire in right in there in a rotational role. I'll be okay if they leave it as it is and see what they can do, but I would feel better if they got another guy.
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that.
If they leave it as it is, you look for cut down day and you see what names might pop up. If you're not happy with the young guys, that's kind of the plan B.